welcome to the Ladies Lounge.
Why are you trying to get me to go?
Hi, welcome to.
No. Why are we doing this? We didn't even talk about this.
Okay, let's start over. Welcome to the.
Why do you keep looking at me to get me to say the Ladies Lounge? No.
He said it.
No.
Welcome to the Ladies Lounge with David and. What's your name?
My name is David. What are you talking about?
Your name is cute.
Here we go.
And Dee Dee. And we said that we would be coming to you in 2020 with some stuff. So we are coming with some things today. What are we talking about?
We're talking about cooking and decorating for 10 minutes.
I thought we were talking about marriage.
No, I thought you said cooking and decorating.
What you want to talk about?
You said cooking and decorating.
And then I said we probably need to talk about marriage. And then he was like, okay, I think you got a piece of hair right here. Or that's a scratch.
So what are we talking about for 10 minutes?
Cooking and decorating and marriage.
So we're talking about cooking and decorating in marriage. So we'll start off with how we do cooking and decorating in our marriage. So we'll hit all three.
Okay.
So I do all the cooking, all the decorating, and I do all the marriage stuff too. So 10 minutes, 9 minutes, go.
David, you're not going to lie to the people.
I'm not lying. Why are you always trying to say I'm lying? I'm not lying.
You don't do all the cooking.
I do most of the cooking. Like if it was a fraction.
Why are you breathing heavy?
If it was a fraction, it'll be like 4/4. That's how much cooking I do. 4/4 of it.
Now, anybody that visits and comes over our house knows that is not the truth. Because I'm
you
always
cook
saying
on big days. Like big days are your days. Thanksgiving, Christmas.
David, I just cooked yesterday and the day
Oh,
before.
what'd you cook yesterday?
Some salmon. One serving, but I cooked some salmon.
One serve? No. Well, so okay.
Okay.
Right. So cooking is cooking for everybody.
Okay. So I do most of the cooking. You are gone. Your schedule has you gone. You don't even know what happens.
So what I do with my schedule, I try to
chicken
cook.
thighs the other night, butter, chicken thighs, salad, cauli rice. What else did we have?
I don't know. I didn't taste none of this stuff.
I made chicken legs the other day. We had people over. Oh, you were at work.
So what typically happens is I cook, and I cook enough so that when I'm going off to work, they have enough.
David,
food
that
to
just
eat.
sounds like such a fairy tale. That is not the truth. That is not the truth.
A fairy tale?
I cook for my family on Sundays, and then I make sure that you
No, I
guys
didn't
have
say on
enough
Sundays.
for meal
It could be
prep.
Sunday or Monday.
But this is how
every
you're
third
making
Wednesday,
it seem
whatever you want.
to the people out here. It sounds like you meal prep for the family for 7 days while you're going to work.
I be trying to make sure y'all got
That
stuff
is
to eat.
not the truth. It is not the truth.
I be trying to make sure.
This is not the truth. This is not okay.
We got like 8 minutes.
You put the time limit on. How you put the time limit on?
Because we only got like 10 minutes.
We don't.
Let's go.
Okay, anyhow. We share the cooking responsibilities, which is good.
Right.
I know in some marriages, people, one spouse typically cooks more than the other. And I think the point is not to get caught up in who cooks and who doesn't. Many people get in bondage because, and now you see how I switched serious. I went serious on them.
She's serious now.
I'm serious now. But many people
she
are.
Cock her head to the side when she's serious.
They
20 years. Go ahead.
Anyway, people get in bondage because of things as small as cooking. many wives feel like they are bound to have to cook because of something that was passed on traditionally to
Right.
them from maybe grandma or
Yeah.
mom or their friends.
And then
I
you're like, you
told
got a
them
husband that really probably don't like your grandma cooking.
that might not like your grandma's cooking
Like-
or seasoning.
Right.
And
Like, I don't-
or you might have a husband that just like to cook.
Right.
And so we have allowed each other to define what our marriage would look like. And very early on in marriage, I remember my grandmother calling, wondering what I cooked for dinner. And she'd be calling about 4 something, 5 o'clock. And if I hadn't cooked, it was like, girl, what is you doing? You got a whole husband at home. And that wasn't how our household ran.
Right.
We didn't have dinner on the table at 5, and it was okay. The kids ate, and we ate, and
Right.
we were good. And I remember one day you said, give me the phone. Somebody called and wondered if I hadn't cooked yet. And you said, give me the phone. You said, no, she ain't cooked yet. And I want to eat sandwiches tonight, and I'm gonna make the sandwiches after 7 o'clock. Like,
Did I do?
you did, because you're David, and that's why I love him so much. He had my back. He did not allow what was traditionally,
Yeah.
and I won't even say what we have traditionally a woman's role or a wife's role to define what.
I
What you
just
smirking
when you
about?
said traditionally, it just made me think about a lot of things in our marriage that we have like kind of broke tradition with, and some stuff is just so funny to me because like it's kind of off topic of cooking and decorating in marriage.
Can
but
we go off topic?
I'm just saying,
We'll
but you
go.
said
I'm
traditionally.
good. Okay, well,
You
go
just
ahead.
said traditionally.
So now we're on a tangent, but it's
No,
okay.
we're not on a tangent.
Just
It's
a
just the
slight one.
same thing. It's just like this. Like when, like who's supposed to fold clothes when you're talking about traditional
Oh
roles,
my
right?
goodness.
And like if you fold in your own clothes and you want to fold your t-shirt inside out, your wife shouldn't really care because it's your t-shirt in your drawer, and you know it should be like all
your
good
what? In your
your
what?
drawer, in your drawer. You know, and it should be like all good if your t-shirt is inside out, because when you put your t-shirt on, you're gonna put it on the right side anyway.
And maybe not.
You know, but
And really what I've learned, he's referring to year 1, 2, 3, and 4 of our marriage.
Mhm.
What I've learned is it is your business what you do with your t-shirt.
Right.
If
put my t-shirt on,
if
and
you
I'm
want
wearing
your
it the right
drawers to be messy and to look discombobulated, that
way.
is
So my drawers were messy because my shirt was inside out.
all of your shirts were inside out.
Yeah,
So
because
then
I flipped them out because I had to iron them anyway. It's just saving time.
you didn't
It's more efficient.
you did not
We talking about efficiency, and this is like almost 20 years ago.
guys that
This is almost 20 years
Now
ago.
you understand.
See, this is efficient, like popping, swole. Let's go. Like I was ready.
okay, first of all, nobody was
Minimals.
talking about efficiency. We were talking about cooking
Right.
and decorating.
We gonna bring it back. I'm just saying.
and now folding clothes, and then there's efficiency.
I'm just saying. You know.
So I would I like the clothes folded neatly and nice and
Fold that shirt up, and get that shirt in the drawer, so
And-
we can go and do something else.
and then
Hate folding
traditionally I would like the towels folded a certain way.
Oh my goodness! How you like your towels folded now?
I don't even care. Well, because they're going on the shelf in the spa bathroom.
Mhm.
I just fold them and put them on there. A little
Yeah,
nice.
they look nice.
But
But I fold them that way too, because that's the thing you learn. You learn to, break your own stuff off, because you be like, and then you fold the towel the right way, and then she'd be like, and you'd be like, oh, I'm about to fold these towels the right way. Let me fold all
You
these
did not
towels
do-
the right way.
well,
How the towels folded up in there now?
I folded them.
I folded them. I be putting towels up there, like
And
sometimes.
they're normally not folded the way I would fold them. I'm not saying that's the right way. The way I fold them is not necessarily the right way. I've learned that over the last 20 years, well, 19
And
years.
cooking. Because we're gonna come back to cooking.
We are going to come back to cooking, but I would unfold the towels, and this can help with kids too. If you got help folding the clothes, just let the people help you. It don't have nobody should be in our cabinets and closets and drawers anyways.
Right.
And so it's really just a preference. And sometimes we go past our peace. We really kind of upset our own peace over preferences, and it is not that serious. Life is
Let me
too
translate.
short.
We be tripping.
Life
Over
is too
stupid stuff.
yeah, over stupid stuff. T-shirts do not need to be the main focus, or towels
No.
to upset your peace. So I've learned to not care about how the towels are folded, and to let kids do their own laundry. We
Mhm.
started that.
Oh, years
One
ago.
of our friends had their kids doing laundry at like 5.
Yeah.
And so we were like,
Release yourself.
release yourself.
Let your kids do
We
some
taught
laundry.
them how to use I was homeschooling at the time, so we taught them how to use the washing machine and dryer and measure. And here you go, amen. Here you go. And they folded their own clothes, and I had to release what it looked like. But I had peace about, y'all fold your own clothes. Now, I don't want clothes sticking out of your drawers
Right.
and
Right.
all over your floor. But we all have messes that we need to clean up from time to time, and sometimes clothes is all over our floor, and we got to clean them up. So we've learned to not major in the minors.
Which brings us back to cooking. Because when you cook, it's kind of like, well, what you want to eat, we figure out what we're going to eat, and we cook. So really, we, like she said, we tag team it,
Mhm.
and one person will cook when the other person don't feel like cooking. And it works for us because, now we have a vegetarian, and we got eat everything tarian, eatitarian, and then we kind of, for the most
And
part,
we
eat
have
healthy.
Grownitarians.
Yeah, so
That we don't have to feed anymore. They feed
no, that
themselves.
we're not feeding. I'm not feeding a grown person. You know how to feed yourself.
Yeah. We got grownitarians, vegetarians, and eatitarians.
Right.
And
so we just make sure we got food.
Yes.
Make sure we have food, and then feed yourself. A lot of nights are sandwich nights. I'm not opposed to sandwich nights because while we struggling and got to get dinner on the table and be all frustrated, and ain't nobody hungry because we all been snacking by the time dinner's done.
Everybody's snackers.
Right. Right. So I have been trying to cook earlier when I do cook so that we eat earlier and be.
Yes, I have food already. This is for my friend Laura. I'm not gonna say Laura T. Mrs.
Mhm.
Tender LaQuisha.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I have chicken thawed in the refrigerator, not unthawed.
Because that's frozen.
That's frozen.
That's frozen.
We've been saying unthawed our whole life.
So, yeah, I've heard it my whole life.
I've heard it my whole life. Anyway, that was a sidebar. So I have chicken already thawed in the freezer, chicken thighs.
What you cooking? What you cooking tonight?
You wasn't even planning on cooking. You didn't even have you even prepared for it?
No, it's your
so
turn.
That smashes the idea that he's the sole cook.
Because like we tag team it.
Okay.
Tag, you're it.
Something's wrong with him. Anyway.
What time are we eating?
Oh, do you want to eat by 5? It's 2:22.
No, we gotta go somewhere.
We do have to go somewhere later on. Okay, well, I guess I'll start cooking after the video.
So we got like a minute left.
We do not have a minute left. So I'm cooking chicken thighs. I already have a salad made. If the people that are eating carbs want rice to go with it to make their dinner fill them up, they can do that. If you're having white rice, I'm not having white rice, but I'll make white rice for the people that are eating carbs. For the eatitarian.
Some of us aren't eating carbs right now.
For the eatitarian, I will make some white rice to go with the chicken thighs, and we need a green vegetable, huh? Do we have any green vegetables?
Yes. We got plenty of green vegetables.
Well, the salad. We have a green salad.
So we're talking about what you're cooking tonight.
Tonight.
We need to talk about decorating now.
Okay. All right. So we tag team cooking, and it works. And so whatever works at your house, if the wife don't know how to cook, don't feel bad about it.
Yeah, your husband can cook.
Your husband can cook.
You better cook, dude.
And if you like to cook, don't let nobody put you in bondage because she don't cook.
Right.
You don't have to know how to cook. and unless he says, "Honey, can you come help me chop up something?"
Yeah, don't be afraid to help. Like,
Or
you
learn
should be
how
a
to cook.
sous chef.
Because you didn't know how to cook when we got married. I taught you how to cook. And then, your job took you other places and you started cooking. But I taught him how to cook, and he does a great job. He still does not know how to make dressing. I have a world famous dressing. Is my dressing world famous? He doesn't know how to make it. I love him so much. What you got to say, Willis? Willis.
Practicing the art of silence.
I didn't know it was art.
Mm-hmm.
Anywho, so when we got married, we were extremely young, and I think I made a turkey half done upside down or something. My first Thanksgiving. You remember that turkey?
Mm-mm.
I took a picture of it. I made it. It was raw and upside down, and just done on the outside or something.
Was it good?
The outside was.
But we ate the outside of the turkey up.
But you know how to cook then.
I was young. I knew I would make some noodles. Make sandwiches and noodles. But that's the thing. You can grow into your roles as your marriage
It is
matures.
okay to evolve in your marriage.
I remember she cooked this steak when I was at my other job,
but we were married.
And she was trying to prepare.
Maybe half of a year.
She was trying to prepare the food and time it. So like when
a special dinner. I wanted a candlelit steak.
Right.
Dinner.
And it was for real because like we ain't had that much money, so like going to buy steak was for real.
It was a big deal. I spent a lot of money.
That's when you had to pick me up from work too. So like you would come and get me, and you was trying to time it, and
yes,
we was out too late, like on the routes and stuff. So it was like what?
You got
an hour, 2 hours late.
Probably 2 hours, 2 or 3 hours.
We got back, and that steak was so like not tender. It was tough.
It was beef jerky,
but it was the best steak I ever had because it was a lot of love in that steak.
It was so much love, and
you were so disappointed.
I was so disappointed.
So disappointed.
But you didn't make it a big deal.
No.
I remember your mouth chewing that steak.
Yeah, because I was hungry.
But it was like
work all day long.
It was so tough, and your jaws was like. And you loved me through that. And I still, steak is not my preference to make. You make better steaks.
And now we're reverse searing steaks and, putting a little this and that on. And then she loves the steaks now, but she don't even cook steak anymore.
It's just not my thing. I will make some dressing and peach cobbler and yams and a good salad.
I make peach cobbler.
David Hecker.
I took your recipe and put, little on. But we're not talking about that right now. That's another time. Look,
David, how many peach cobblers have you made?
Man, 2, 3. 2, 3.
So you make peach cobbler.
It's kind of, I put it in the repertoire.
So what do you do? How do you make it?
I'm not giving my recipe up. What you think? I'm gonna have people running around here making my peach cobbler? No, it's by request only. You want some? You want some peach cobbler? Oh, you can't have none right now. You're good. I'll make you some. I'll figure out like a trim healthy mama peach cobbler for you.
I don't want if I'm gonna eat peach cobbler, I'm gonna eat peach cobbler. I don't want no doggone trim healthy mama peach cobbler.
It'll be good. I'll figure out how to make it for you.
What is on your? That's something like that.
What are we gonna do? We're talking about decorating now.
No, we're still talking about cooking. I want to know how many times you. So
I told you 2.
He's
3.
experimenting with peach cobbler. There is 1.5 people that request his peach cobbler, but they hadn't tasted, in a really. Okay, let's go to decorate. Let's go decorate.
No, like if you're gonna talk about the request, talk about the request.
People normally request your ribs and salsa.
Okay, no. What are you talking about? This peach
Nobody
cobbler?
really requested.
Somebody requested this peach cobbler.
1.5 persons.
And what did they say?
If I send a memo out
What did they
right
say,
now, one person.
What did they say?
If I send a memo out right now,
what did they say though when they requested it? What did they say?
Okay.
What did they say? You remember?
I just want some peach cobbler. That's 1.5 persons.
What did they say?
Anywho.
Oh, we're not gonna talk about it.
Multiple people request your homemade salsa. If I send out a memo that I'm making peach cobbler or dressing or yams or gumbo, we'll have a house.
Gumbo is good. Your gumbo is good now. Now, Mike, I give you that. The gumbo.
No, the dressing.
I don't know why I'm snapping today, but
why? But why you skip saying the other stuff was good?
But because we just had gumbo. Like,
yeah.
we ain't had none of the other stuff in a while.
But the dressing is what I'm famous.
The gumbo is the most recent one of those.
Anyhow.
Because you see, it's
we would have a
so
house
you said
full
dressing
tonight.
and yams, and that covers probably the 2 times you cook a year. Thanksgiving and New Year. Gumbo, dressing, yams, and all that stuff. Yeah, that's 2 times. And then every other, like, month where you cook some chicken thighs or something. I love you so much.
He's not being honest right now. I don't even want to talk about decorating because I don't know if he's gonna be honest about it.
My wife is a supreme decorator. So good that she needs to go ahead and stop playing. And need to go ahead and do this for real. Because she's playing now. She's playing right now. She'd be messing around. But when we moved into our home, she did a whole bunch of stuff. She did the curtains. You learned how to do curtains. Mm-hmm. This girl was sewing pillows.
Yes, my friend, Miss Jen, was working with me on.
So she got some skills.
I got some skills.
She learned how to use the sewing machine finally. Because you had one.
It feels like you're taking a lot of shots. I'm not
taking no shot. We had a sewing machine.
We would like to hear from you guys on if you feel like in the comments, if David is taking shots.
I am not taking shots.
Anyway, Miss Jan had me with long tables in my in my hallways making curtains and learning how to sew zippers on pillows. And,
yeah, you did put zippers. Yep.
And we picked out fabric and.
She's at the fabric.
And then the ladies' lounge, I just ordered these curtains because they were the perfect ones. They were 108 inches long length, and they went from ceiling to floor, and they were cheaper than going fabric shopping. Did I say that right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyhow, but yeah, so I do know how to make pillows and I do know how to make curtains now. And
so she saved me money. It didn't seem like it, but when she started showing me the prices of some of this stuff, she saved me money. But it didn't seem like it because I was like, "What? How much? What?" I was like, "My goodness!" So she needs to stop playing, and she has actually decorated a couple spaces,
some homes and.
But I will say
spaces and offices.
That she did a lot of it with a lot of the inspiration that I gave her, and with some direction, Like I wouldn't put those 2 together. I would put these 2 together, and she listened, and I think it has advanced her a little bit more, a lot quicker. So I think with me kind of being on the side, being like, hey.
Okay, let's talk about red. In our old house, I had an idea of how I wanted it decorated because generally most people assume that the women are, we decide on what style the house is going to be.
I'm not supposed to have no floral bed covers. We're not running around here with flowers on my bed cover. I'm just saying to that thing, like, you be like helping people move and you walk in the house and their whole bedroom be full of flowers and the dude don't like flowers and he real tough, like, you don't like flowers. Like, so I'm just saying men ought to have some type of say in their spaces where they live too. That's all I'm saying.
I agree.
But if you like flowers on your bed, it's you. Just like do the flowers.
So we don't have flower bedspreads or comforters or
No.
duvets or
Mm-mm.
any of the things that they are called.
No.
Because he in there too. He don't like flowers. Some men like flowers, and it's okay if they like them. But I don't think you should.
I don't think some men be liking flowers. I think they get told what they.
Oh yeah, we're not doing
on.
that. Mm-mm. No, we're not doing that. That's why I get to say what go on in this room because this is my room.
Well.
Anyhow, David wanted a red
That's
wall.
another episode.
A red wall in the other house.
Yeah.
Red was not on the color palette. No.
It looked good, y'all. It looked good.
David,
that red wall was delicious.
You did a red wall in
delicious.
every room almost.
I did not.
You did.
It was just 2.
No, it was 3 and then a red stripe around
the loft. But you was never up there. Like,
it didn't matter.
That was like the loft to play area and stuff. You didn't got that,
I didn't want red. It was a red wall behind the TV, yeah.
Yeah, that we changed.
Yeah, no, but we changed everything when it was time to change it. But for a long time, you walk in the house, it was a red wall, which dark colors make the room smaller. He doesn't know that because he's not a decorator, but that big brick wall when you walk in.
It don't really matter if it's your space. I don't care if it looks small to you. It's my space. That's small?
Yeah.
That's just... That is not small.
It is.
It's like we about to fight.
And then it was a red wall in our room. That was probably the worst. No. It was. No. But my point is, even though I like to decorate spaces and I didn't think I was an expert. I'm still not an expert. I'm learning. I like to decorate. It's like my hobby.
Yeah.
More so than anything. But
you play.
He didn't have an eye for decorating like that. And we ended up with a red wall because he wanted a red wall. So I had to figure out a way to incorporate the colors and change plans because it's his house and he wanted to walk in his house and look at a red wall. And so we compromised because that's what marriage is give and take. And it was cute for a couple of years.
Oh, you liked the red wall?
No.
You just said it was cute.
It was cute with all of the other decor. Like it grew on me.
So the red grew on you?
A little bit.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was cute because we had to make it work because you wanted a red wall. And it's not my house and my way. We're trying to help somebody right now.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But it wasn't my house and my way, so we had a red wall, whether I liked it or not.
You're so good.
And I found pillows. I found pillows with red, teal, brown, and tan in them.
Mm-hmm.
And we found rugs and we incorporated his red wall.
And it looked good. It looked good, girl. And then we end up changing it.
We did.
To what color she wanted, and you wanted like that. It was like this color. It's like that,
mm-hmm.
Like. Whatever. I don't even know.
Give us a name.
I don't know.
This is what decorators do. You come up with something.
No, because people already come up with names. So if I say the wrong name, they'll be like, oh no, he don't know what he's talking about. So that's a setup. It was about that color right there. That's what color it was. And we put it on a couple walls. And I hate painting. Oh, I hate painting. Painting. Oh.
So are you really not a decorator if you don't like painting?
No, paint. Look, you can tell people what to paint. Like you can pay people to paint. That don't mean, like, you know what? I like cars, but that don't mean I like working on cars. You know what I mean?
Well, you kind of like working on cars.
No, I don't. I work on cars because I don't like paying people to work on cars. That's the reason I work on cars. I don't work on cars because, oh man, I just love being under here changing oil. No, you're going to charge me too much at this place to change my oil when I know it costs this much to do my oil. So that'd be me.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't.
But you'd rather pay somebody to paint.
Oh my goodness. Paint, yes. Paint is like so.
No, I think it's because you don't like to take the time to tape.
Yeah, taping.
So we've had a few painting projects over our 20 years of marriage because we'll be 20 years in a couple months, and you really learn a lot about people when it's time to hang up pictures and have lines straight in painting. And David would rather not read instructions or
I read instructions. I'd rather not take 10 hours to do a tape job on a room because I'm the one painting and I got to come back and take 10 hours of paint and then it's going to take me 2 hours to paint. When I can just start painting and you can be over there taping, like tag team. Like, come on.
and then
Let's go.
anybody that professionally paints would know that your lines are raggedy. And it doesn't matter how long it took you to paint. If your lines and edges are raggedy, it's like having a cute hairdo and your edges is raggedy. That's not okay. It's like getting a haircut and then somebody don't edge you up right.
Look, I'm not
Edging
disagreeing
matters.
with you. I just don't like doing it.
Yeah, but then we'll just pay somebody to do it
That's all I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
because he would.
Because I can't stand putting the tape on the wall.
Yeah, I don't like bad edges. I don't like looking up seeing bad edges.
And that's why we should tag team. You don't like bad edges. Get to the edges right. And I'll start in the middle and start painting.
Don't start in the middle. Let's do the edges. Let's do all the
See,
tape first.
You can't.
And then
But that's the thing. If you'll do all the edges, I'll come in and paint. Just so I don't have to do the edges and paint. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. But that ain't got nothing to do with decorating.
it does.
No, it doesn't, because that's work. The color, choosing the colors is decorating. That's what's decorating. Not the actual work. That's just part of getting it done. Many people are decorators and don't know how to paint and don't know how to put tile down and don't know how to do nothing.
That is absolutely the truth.
So
But they still know that the edges need to be right.
yeah,
you can
want
have
your
a-
edges right.
You can have a cute decor job and your paint is bad or it's blotchy, splotchy, whatever, and it doesn't matter. It looks bootleg.
So over the course of our marriage, the colors have changed. Like the end colors have changed several times. So like our first home that we had like olive green and chocolate. Remember, we had them chocolate walls. And you talking about them well, it must have looked real small up in there because it was all dark paint. Then we went to the other home and it was like tan.
Mm-hmm.
We had light tan and red, which I mean, it just pops, just goes right together. And then we changed it to that color, that scarf you got on, and then and now it's like the end.
It's muted nude.
That's what the color is now, muted nude or gray.
Our theme
Or
in
gray.
our house is muted nude right now.
Oh, we got a theme. We got a theme, y'all. We got a theme. That's the first I heard of a theme in this house. We got a theme.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's
All right,
muted,
muted nude.
except for in the man cave.
It's the same color in there.
It's really not. It's the same color paint,
Mm-hmm.
but you have more color in there
Yeah, because it's like,
for the men's.
yeah.
And then I have, the ladies' are just kind of pinkish, but most of my furniture is muted nude. Muted nude.
Gray? Gray?
It's muted nude.
It's gray.
It's like when we bought that rug at the old house and the name of it in the Penny's catalog was potpourri. What?
Mm.
You have to come up with a fancy name.
What rug was this?
It was the one with all the
The
colors.
circles in it? The one with the circles?
No, it was like I don't know. It was potpourri.
I don't remember that rug. What was that?
In the family room where the chocolate wall was.
I don't remember.
You know, they had the thing that was built up for the TV to sit on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there was a potpourri rug in there.
But we've had an opportunity to do many things, trial and error,
And make it fun.
right? And then just do what you guys like, do what
And
works in your house,
Yeah.
because you have to like it.
And we try to prefer each other over. That's the Bible.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
We're not supposed to prefer ourselves.
Right. That's why you even got a ladies' lounge. 'cause I wanted you to have one. I'm sitting around here in the corner of my man cave, and we just had boxes in here.
That's right. This was our storage room.
Yeah, and I was like, storage room. What, for almost a year?
Closer to 2.
Was it?
Yeah.
Yeah, and we just never came in here.
No, we avoided it like the plague.
Hmm.
Hmm.
And we had the idea to make it nice, and she got her
He
own room now.
preferred me, and
And
said,
I decorated it for her. Got furniture. Like, I think I was a real driving force behind this room. And it got away from me. I was like, what have I done? She like, yeah, I want to get this thing. I want to get this thing called a sideboard. I'm like, what is a sideboard?
a sideboard, and
I don't like sideboards.
and you painted frames.
But I was like, well, it's my fault. I had to open my mouth. Yeah. Oh, you have me paint frames, which I don't mind painting the frames. The frames is fun. I got a space and a place. But she thinks I can restore furniture, which I don't like doing.
He
But
does
she
an
keeps getting
excellent.
She keeps
He
getting
does
these
so good.
ugly pieces of furniture. Me and my boy had to go. Dwan, I'm just gonna say your name, Dwan. You had to help me with this thing. So she tells me, she goes, oh, I bought this thing. It was like an estate sale down the street. So she's like, I bought this dresser. It'll be great for entertainment center.
Yes.
It'll be real easy.
I'm gonna take
And
some
I'm
pictures
thinking-
for y'all so
I'm
y'all can see the
thinking-
entertainment center.
It's like an entertainment center. I'm thinking it's like, okay, I might have to do a little sanding, little touch ups. There I go, snap it again. We done. I get this thing. And then we finally get to the piece, and me and Dwan look at each other like, I'm like, what am I gonna do with this? The handles were broke, and it was so heavy. Oh my goodness. We had to get a dolly. We got on the dolly. We had to put it on the trailer. We had to drive it down the street, and I was done. But this thing was so ugly, and I'm like, what am I supposed to do with this? And it took like what? I think you sanded the top.
Oh, I did lots of work.
What did you
on
do?
it.
I think you like sanded the top.
I did so much work on that thing.
I had to paint it and put the handles on. You put the handles on. You put the handles on and you sanded.
I painted.
You painted a different color? Did you do the different color?
I painted a few shades on there, a few coats on there.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
I shined up the ornate details around the drawers. And
you sanded them?
Yep, I sanded them. I made them. I did some roughing on it.
So because I'm a decorator and I have a vision, I said, you know what? I want to get this thing to look like it's been lived in and lived on. So, we antiqued it a little bit. We distressed it.
You did what?
I really antiqued it and distressed it. And really,
what is
really,
antiquing?
And they know. It's making it look good. Is what antiquing is. So I antiqued, distressed. Got this thing right, and it came out good. And we really both like it. Really good color. It's not muted.
It's not muted. And then I painted a few, like a white shade on top and a tan shade on top of a dark gray, and then sanded it, and it made it look like, different shades of wood that came through.
Right. She did good.
And then we
she
put
did good. A lacquer coat over it.
Yeah.
And it's really tall, and it was a bedroom dresser.
Yes, and now it has
entertainment.
shelves.
It got shelves and stuff.
You took drawers out. You built me some shelves up in there. Look at you. Can do something.
So now.
Build a bear.
No.
Bob the Builder.
No.
Not Build a Bear, Bob the Builder.
No. So now we have a table that she's gonna help me with, that we're in the process of doing. So she's gonna help me with.
My table was fine, and then you decided to do.
We bought another table.
We didn't buy another table.
We bought another table. So
David has an issue with Nellis auction.
No, I'm a purchaser. So when I see things, and because I have that vision, and I'm like, you know what, we can do this. sometimes I just purchase it, and then I moved on an item. I moved on an item, and she didn't like it. And sometimes things just don't turn out the way you want them to. So it's okay. So we got to bring the old one
So you
back in.
have grace on yourself.
So
for that?
you really have to just, sometimes you got to jump out there. Sometimes just, jump out there. But we're gonna bring it back because, I guess I'm gonna restore this one too. But we're in the process.
So
of
my
doing
table
that
was fine, and then
we didn't like it. We didn't like the table because remember
Who is we?
it was too big for the area.
But who is we though?
It was too big for the area.
Are you saying like you?
It was
and
us
the
because we
kids?
won, because we married, and every time I took the garbage out, I couldn't open the door because the table was too big.
That had nothing.
And
That
then I
was my
wanted to
business.
slide the table up. Oh, it's your business. It's your business. We slide the table up, and it was just too big. And the new table was like smooth sailing, taking the garbage out, just easy.
But it's a hideous mess, and it looks like anthrax is on
It does not
table.
look like how you know what anthrax?
I don't know.
You out here just calling stuff.
It looks like.
But you gonna help me restore the other one? We don't.
My table is fine. You put it outside like Sanford and Son
Yeah,
on the side of the
I
house,
don't want to get rid of it.
and then it got like all of the elements.
It's actually pretty cool now.
All of the
actually
elements
pretty cool.
came on my table, and then it was horrible because it had been rained
It
on.
was just part of the antiquing process. It was part of the antiquing process. I just wanted to speed it up.
David.
It was fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's gonna be fine. It'll be
fine.
back. It'll be back here in the next couple.
20 years in 2020. We will be back with, what are we going to talk about next
I
time?
don't know. We're probably gonna end up talking about this table that's gonna be back up in there.
Oh no. We talked about laundry and decorating. Maybe we'll just film the Christmas tree that's still in here.
We are not. I'm not doing that.
Well, it's in the ladies' lounge. It's my business.
That's fine.
I have a whole Christmas.
That's fine.
It's real cute in here.
I ain't got nothing. She trying to put a tree in my space. Mm-mm.
If it's an Eagles tree, would you do?
Nope.
I'm talking about for Christmas time.
No.
If I make homemade
No.
Eagles ornaments.
No.
Now that's just selfish.
It's selfish for who? Selfish for who? How is it selfish?
Ah. Okay, well, I won't do an Eagles tree.
Yeah, we don't want an Eagles tree.
The Eagles wreath?
No. I have too many already. I have too many.
You don't have anything.
Oh, I do. In fact, and then you want to clown. You want to clown because I'm buying this table and stuff, but you ain't got nothing to say when I just got that last little addition to your Christmas collection.
What are you talking about?
Your 12-footer?
David, what are you talking about?
Your 12-foot Christmas tree?
What does that have to do with the table?
Because you said that I have a problem. That's what you said. I told me I got a problem. I had no problem when I bought that.
You really didn't. Mm-hmm. You didn't have a problem. So we are going to come back and we're going to talk about communication, maybe keeping your family out your business.
Yes.
Is that it?
Yes. Both of y'all families. Keep both of y'all families. We'll talk about that another time.
Yeah. Keep them out, and you do better, I think.
Yeah.
All right. We'll see you next time. Welcome to.
Why are you trying to get me?
Or goodbye from.
Why? What? Why are you trying to get me?
The Ladies Lounge is signing out. Why? Why you just can't say it? Why?
We should be together.